Hello guys, welcome to FACEIT TV for the DreamHack Tours closed qualifier. We do have our first best 5 on hand here from
Hello,
FACEIT
my
TV.
children.
I get so hyped when I see that trailer. It's like Freiburg! It's really hype. It's super hype.
Get right, it's like, he's like, pump it up.
It's great.
He wasn't actually playing at the time. He was just rapping. He was just like, pump it up.
Nice. Get Right is a gangster.
He's a cool guy.
You wouldn't think it, but once you have a conversation with him, you realize he's a true G. He's OG. Alright guys, so the match today, you may be wondering, or you should already know, we have LDLC.White versus Flipside. LDLC.White able to take down Property yesterday. It was pretty awesome that they did that, and they've got a really cool amount of strategies and just team play setups. Just that this team is quite well rounded actually. I was really impressed by them, and having not really seen much of them before. They were previously Platinum, which they've been around for quite some time and played together for quite some time. But of course, even being on Platinum, they weren't really on the kind of top 8, top 12 kind of scale of teams, I would say, that you see in a lot of the major tournaments and stuff like that. So I think for most people, they would have been flying under the radar. Definitely myself included. I suppose people following ESWCs very much would absolutely see them all the time because you get all the French teams. But we're starting to really see them, and this could be them qualifying for tours, which would be really awesome because we get to see more LDLC.Whites. Of course, there's also blue.
Yeah, I was going to say, for those who don't know, the LDLC, following the old LDLC team, now Envy, moving to a larger organization, they picked up 2 teams. So they've got the LDLC.White, LDLC Blue, sorry, not Boo. Who knows, maybe they'll have LDLC Rouge at some point in the future as well.
White's blank, isn't it? Blank?
Blanc.
Blanc.
White, yeah.
Blank, mate. It's blank, mate.
It's blank. Can I have some fromage frais?
Yeah.
Poulet. Got any poulet, mate?
Fromage.
Got a filet o fish. Dan wants some poulet with his Roquefort.
Yeah, I've got to get the fromage in there.
Have you had Roquefort yet?
No.
No. Well,
I've looked at it.
that's one team, but let's not forget Flipside.
I've stopped in front of the Roquefort in stores and looked at it to acknowledge its existence.
You're halfway there, Dan.
I'm almost there.
So, there are 2 teams in this match, in this best of 5. The second team being Flipside, who we are all familiar with. We had Dan had a wardrobe malfunction. Where's he of... what's her face? Who's that? Michael Jackson's sister, Janet Jackson. It was almost as bad as Janet Jackson at Super Bowl, Dan.
Oh, okay.
But for different reasons.
That's thank you.
And so, yeah, we saw Dan in a Flipside gear, and they're back today. So.
Yeah. And the first map is going to be Mirage, chosen by Flipside. It's the best 5, of course. So Mirage, Cobble, LDLC.White picked Cobble. We can actually see why yesterday. They did shock. They did shock people on their Cobble skills, especially the AWPing from Twanu. And by the way, please tweet me if we horribly butcher any of these names, because I think we're supposed to get our French pronunciation on, but we are 2 Brits. We're well, I'm going to classify myself as a Londoner now, because I live in London now. So. Oh,
that makes you, yeah, okay.
So and to be fair, I was born in London, so. Anyway, so yeah, point being, our pronunciation is probably going to suck. So Twanu is what Google Translate says, and what quite a few people are telling me on Twitter. Yesterday we were going with Tuinu or something like that. I'm not sure.
I should be able to pronounce most of this correctly.
And I'm going to assume that it's matHEND, because that sounds like it should be right from what I learned in school.
You are what, a quarter French or something? What's your claim?
Quarter French. I'm 1/4 French.
Then you have no excuse.
I have a lot of excuses.
Although, what hope is there, Dan, when you haven't even had Roquefort?
I have a lot of excuses, all these excuses. Anyway, guys. Time for the knife.
Yes, it is. He's actually swinging an imaginary knife as well, which you can no longer see.
Yeah.
Which is probably a good thing.
So Mirage, Flipside. Yesterday, it felt like Flipside weren't taking... okay, I'm just going to say, right, yesterday...
Say it, Dan. Tell me all. Tell all right now.
Yesterday,
all of it, Dan.
LDLC.White,
Reveal the secrets.
They won like every single knife round, but they didn't just win them. They destroyed everyone in knife rounds. And they just did it again. And they just run at them as well. They just run at them. It's not like they have like some crazy like strategy or anything like that. No, they just run at them with knives and they win every knife round. And they just did it again.
What does existence say? I think it says like allez le mec or something like that. I don't know what the mec means, but hey, I guess we can say allez le blanc. But there we go. Flipside starting on the T side. So LDLC win. It's another one, a knife round, as Dan mentioned. So looking at the layout, oh, never mind the layout. Look at the push from the CTs on A slope. Ooh. They're finding out the information, gone for a fast push there to see where these Ts are. So they've kind of eliminated A despite bondik just hanging around near T spawn.
I love that smoke onto connector from Biapsa. That's super cool. Super cool. That's going to allow them to get onto short quite easily. Look how much short control they have right now to flip side. But LDLC, they still have positions. They're playing passive.
Look at the A site. We have a push again from Twanu. He's in lower A and bondik. They're not going to see each other, actually. Looks like the bomb might head over towards A. In fact, oh, if Markelov got that kill, that would have been on. bondik, though, is going to emerge eventually. Is he going to find any frags, though? Or that it's taking down one of the LDLC players. So they've got good control of this. Actually, they don't, actually. They're kind of stuck between two LDLC players on each side. So good hold from LDLC so far.
20 with the kill onto WorldEdit, and it's going to be matHEND to clear it out. Blade goes down as well. So that was pretty awesome there from LDLC.White. They played passively, very reactively, just letting Flipside take control of middle, and they stayed at the outermost edges of the map whilst they're figuring out kind of how to position around Flipside, and that was it really, and just picked up the kills. Very simple stuff. Of course, now we're going to see Flipside moving in for the A take with those pistols, the pistol armored buy-up that they went for, having not got the bomb down, and already we have one kill from bodyy. Markelov very low. Can they get the bomb down? Oh, they got it down. There was not even any smoke there, just completely in the open. And they've got a bunch of kills here. Lots of players low now for LDLC.White. In fact, they are down to 3 men, 2 which very low. WorldEdit himself is struggling a little bit on 12 HP. Will go down though to Fuks. And
how do you pronounce it?
Fuks.
How?
Fuks.
Okay.
Fuks.
No Fuks forgiven on that day.
I love watching Fuks.
Okay, I don't even know where to go with that one.
He is a good player. Yesterday he pulled out all kinds of crazy plays. I think Twanu was kind of the star AWPer for quite, well, at least on Cobble he was just beast mode. He's done some great things on Mirage as well previously, so I'm really looking forward to seeing him pick up the AWP. But they're playing that economy game at the moment, just holding on to the balances, and matHEND is actually on a 5-7 still, so he's saving a lot of money there. Look at this pick attempt from Simple. This is scary. Whenever this guy has a deagle, you need to be afraid. He seems to find much more consistency with it than the majority of other people, just because he's so damn perfect with his aim.
I made a sneaky technique CT smoke in that position, but you can see against pro players, they're going to just fire through there anyway, because it's a very likely spot for CTs to be. But maybe not so when they are against an eco here. So Flipside still with 5 people, and again with I think that was bondik in in Palace once more. The two-pronged assault could be real. You can see LDLC.White playing for the retake here. Nobody on the site itself using the range. Devil, though, getting the work in through the connector area. Hope he doesn't get too hungry, as there is still bondik in the Palace. See, he's made himself known. Bomb plant looking unlikely now. Only Blade remaining. There's 1 frag at least, so a bit of money. Going to pay for that P250, but there'll be no bonus for the plant.
The way that they play their CT setups, there's so much thought that goes behind it. Like if you just see the way that they played it, they had no exposure, and they have the safest positions to always make sure they're covering each other with the rifles, and they can't get bum rushed by the pistols. It's just small things, but they do it so well. And now Twanu versus WorldEdit, and it's going to be Twanu who gets the kill onto middle. So things going well at the beginning, and Simple, he's going to even things up, but only for a moment as the trades come in. But bondik able to do some more damage here. But do they know that there's still 2 players left on the A bomb site? Well, matHEND is going to be able to drop both Blade and bondik. So Flipside on this buy round, they are actually getting fairly slaughtered, I would say.
Yeah, but even if LDLC win, look how expensive this round has been for them so far. Hopefully for them, they'll be able to save the AWP. But the question is, where is Markelov? They do not know where he's coming from. I like the angle that's being held by Twanu at the moment. He's spotted him now. There's the information. Very common for people, basically in a retake situation, to just walk up the stairs. So it's a good place to hold an angle. So now the question for Markelov is, where is the trade player? Last time we saw him yesterday on cash, looking for the trade player with the AWP instead of the AK. This time he's got the AK, but I think he might have the idea that matHEND is in lower A. But he's got 35 seconds to try and plant the bomb, and he's lacking in safe areas to do so.
Nice.
LDLC pushing. He had a 1v1 there, but Twanu had the aim locked in.
That smoke was really dangerous on Palace actually, because is really, really risky to push into it, so he had to run all the way around. And obviously Markelov couldn't know that he was going to go for that option, which one he would actually go for. But yeah, he basically created a free one-on-one, and had he moved more quickly. So that actually was quite scary for LDLC.White. It's good that they didn't lose any extra weapons, but as you said, they did lose 3 players, so quite costly. And Flipside aiming to perhaps get more damage done on B still.
Bearing in mind that LDLC.White are 4-0 up, again, if they keep losing like 3+ players on the rounds, the first time they lose round, they might be forced to eco straight away, which is a less than ideal situation. So eco push coming in once again from Flipside. matHEND with the angle, going to take down Markelov. Got one player on site. bondik is going to get the frag onto matHEND as well. So there's a trade. Trade's going back towards the other team. Now it's a tease in control of the bomb site for a few seconds. That smoke will allow them to get the bomb plant unless bodyy gets a nice shot through the smoke. So WorldEdit falling to the flames here. 2-on-2 now. Flipside looking very dangerous.
Simple still alive with that D, going to pick up a rifle as well. 2-on-2, lacking armor. Oh, they line up actually, no double though from bodyy. It's going to be Devil to finish it off, and he's going to get the defuse. But again, super costly. They lost 3 players and then 4 in this round. They are barely going to be able to buy themselves. I mean, maybe not even FAMAS's are going to be easy. Oh no, okay, I'm completely wrong. That's actually kind of surprising that they didn't have more loss of money there, actually.
I'm guessing in round 3.
2 and 3.
Sorry, round 4, they probably survive with a lot more players.
Yeah, they must. Oh, the first 3 rounds they were pretty flawless, so that would be the reason for sure. And we're going to see the auto sniper coming out, and Antoine with the AWP. So matHEND with the auto sniper, he's going to be facing off against the Opera mid there. Antoine also in middle with that AWP. So both snipers were in middle, but they have to get themselves repositioned all of a sudden because of those smokes coming down. So Flipside taking slow but steady control of middle, and they have the 2 players there for that potential triple-pronged attack onto the A side. That looks like that's what they want to develop here. That's what it looks like at the moment.
They were playing deep onto the A site as well. bodyy was playing all the way on top of Shadow, but with certain time you can see he's moved all the way back to the CT area as well. So looks like for any early aggression, they're looking to play up close and personal. If there's going to be late nades and a more tried and tested push from Flipside, then they want to potentially play for the retake, or at least try to hold as a team. So now they're playing basically 3-4 people A, but they're playing for the retake as Flipside have emerged onto the site.
Oh, WorldEdit in with the frag there, doesn't get caught, doesn't get spotted, and that's going to be a nice advantage to take away some of these players for this retake. But he does finally get eliminated, and the retake can commence. But there's only 3 players, one of which very low for LDLC. It would be a miracle at this point for them to get themselves onto the bomb site. But in comes the one-on-ones, and Fuks doesn't take any damage there, but you do get a very favorable situation here for Flipside. They pick it up. That's the first round on the T side, and it does feel like Flipside are taking them very seriously and giving them a lot of respect, even if they're not familiar with playing against them. We're seeing, Simple and WorldEdit AWPing there. We're not seeing Markelov picking up the AWP. I think that was the thing for yesterday, where they're like, "Hey, Markelov, you want to AWP?" It's not a big deal.
And now we're seeing it. They've won 1 round, and LDLC straight on the eco.
Yep.
This is what you're talking about.
Yeah,
this proves prosthetic. So again, pay attention on the minimap. You can see LDLC with more aggressive positioning here. We've got bodyy in the shadow area and Devil here to help him if need be. See a quick rotation from LDLC, maybe a bit too early there, putting extra bodies towards A. But this time they're on the eco, so it makes sense for them to keep things close if they can. They want to get those 1-shots with the P250s and 5.7s. And they've made a gamble that it's going to be A, so
it's kind of awkward to do anti-eco plays when you've got a bunch of AWPs as well. So that's one of the reasons why Flipside have to take it really slow. But that said, one of the AWPs is simple, but in goes the flash. That's a great team play movement to retake connector and actually pick up a weapon. Is matHEND, who's got the AK, but it's going to be WorldEdit who will finish them both off. And Flipside are looking pretty safe at the moment. They've only lost Markelov, just 20 left. They should be fine to proceed without any further losses.
I think they stacked A because Flipside threw the smoke up to the top of connector. Normally in that situation, you're going to have a player in connector as Flipside did, because it makes it easier for you to take the site once that smoke is gone. So a good read there by LDLC.White. Only 1 frag on the board so far. Well, they're going to just about save his teammate from falling there.
And awkward for LDLC. They have to buy here, and Unfortunately for them, they won't have all the nades, but they can't not buy it, surely. Oh, they're actually deciding to just go for it with a half buy to keep them to have like a really strong buy into the next round. That's
I respect that.
That's quite surprising actually. They could have made a decent buy there, like okay buy, but they would be lacking grenades. It's about the playstyle they're most comfortable with.
Yeah, well, if they're lacking grenades, as we saw yesterday as well, they're going to be unable to execute properly. We saw that on Cash again on the T side. We saw it, but I guess for these guys it makes sense on the CC side as well.
Yeah, that's really cool actually. And we're going to see a quick push up middle there with the flashes and the smokes, and Devil is going to take down WorldEdit. That's a great flash over from a teammate to allow Devil to get up so quickly. And that's going to be an AWP in their hands. Simple, great shot onto body. And the problem is, though, he's got no teammates to really push in with that frag. It's just going to be an equalizer. Flipside still need to find a way to finish onto a site.
LDLC.White in firm control of mid, so this push is only going to come from T-Spawn. You can see the last player, Markelov, rotating towards T-Spawn to join his teammates. Going to have one player in the Palace. bondik, once again, he has fallen. Trade from Simple on a different player. So 3 versus 3. How long can the CTs hold for? Now you've got a one-man disadvantage. And got one player in a sneaky position, but a no-scope is going to be enough to take down Devil. So Fuks, the only one who remains. There is a gun to his right, but I think it's only a scout. So not much more going to be done there. LDLC on the worst end of things at the moment. And finally, the buy is coming out once more.
Perhaps the reason was that they felt like, hey, we need 2 AWPs to deal with what Flipside are doing right now. And that was the reason why they went for the extra save there. Because there would absolutely be a lot of teams that would have bought there, but LDLC.White, they've got the aggressive AWP play into apps, and it's going to be the pick onto Simple. That's excellent work from them. Now, will Flipside read that there's another AWP on the map at the moment? Because if they don't read that properly, then that could be problematic. I mean, Twanu, I think he's towards middle at the moment, towards connector. So 2 AWPs towards the A bomb side. This could be really weird for Flipside. And that you can see that double save has actually paid off in allowing them to play their game as we're seeing it unfold. And
they had 5 smokes as well, so they're going to start to slow things down. 2 smokes remaining for the CT side. So we'll see how long they can hold off Flipside for. Flipside currently standing around in mid, but not much to do. This Markelov going to peek through connector, and DK will, but how far will he go? He's gone all the way close to the A site, actually. Oh, and there's another tag for Antoine, and Twanu comes out to find the 3rd frag. So far, so good here for the LDLC.White team. 4 for 0. And again, you saw how much they put into this round. And this is fantastic for their economy. So bondik must hear the sound, but they know where he is, and they're all swarming to take him out. His time is over on this round. And it's so important that LDLC won that without losing a single player. Yeah, because if the trades were real and they lost this round, then they would be in a really bad situation. I mean,
there's obviously a little bit of luck because matHEND with the AWP did get the best spawn for the Palace pick, allowing him to go aggressive, like with one of the AWPs to go aggressive. But we're going to have an A execute here for Flipside. Now, so far LDLC.White have been playing it very smart. They've been dealing with the double AWP setup by having 2 AWPs themselves to beat out the picking game. This round, it should be the right play from Flipside to take down the AWPers of LDLC with all these grenades cutting off all the angles. That's the exact kind of play you need, but can they execute it well? We're going to have bondik in there onto Devil, 3 on 3, and the bomb is not yet down, and these AWPs are still causing problems.
20 put a nice smoke onto the side itself, but he has now fallen from the connector area, so 2 versus 2, 1 AWP per side. We've got a tag through the wall there. Nice shot from WorldEdit, but he will fall to the M4. So now, Fuks put his team in a good position, but Simple is no stranger to clutch. They spotted his position, going to force him out of the Molotovs, and matHEND will finish him off with the AWP. So, good victory from LDLC.White, and the fact that they won the previous round without losing anyone will definitely help their buy, considering they lost 3 players once again on this round.
Okay, so originally there was this team that I was like fanboying because I loved how they played. It was that team originally, right, with Blade.
I was going to say, was it I by Power?
And then, no. And then, and then it was Zevis LGB with some of the crazy calls and the strategies that they played was like amazed me, and I found that was really cool Counter-Strike. And now LDLC.White, I'm seeing some really smart decision making from them. They should be winning fans all over the place because they're winning me as a fan here with the way that they're playing. We'll have to see how long they can hold against Flipside here. We don't have much going for them, just simple with this AK.
He's closely followed by the bomb. If he gets the opening onto B, then they've got a good chance to get a bomb plant, which is probably the main objective of this round, worst case scenario.
Well, that lack of grenades is really going to be painful here. Free range of shots here, but it's going to be simple taking down matHEND. He was AWPing from kitchen. That's such a crucial pick there. matHEND going down straight away. Simple creating excellent opportunities for his team to make it through. They've got the bomb down now, and it's going to be a hard-fought battle to get themselves back into the bomb site. Simple, again, taking them down. They're at a man disadvantage now. Twanu, the only one left, as WorldEdit dives through the window, but he is not going to be left any options now as Twanu. Going to just back away with the AWP. So great take by Flipside. Simple coming out huge with those entries. In fact, he's even off the server now, so I'm not sure. I hope that's not back authentication. I didn't see
how much money have they got, if the team's got? I want to see. I think he should have gone for it, really. He had enough, unless, I mean, he's got a kit. There was an M4 right next to him. In a 2v1 situation where they might not even have armor and so on, like Markelov didn't have armor, for example. Although he can't know that, obviously. But I think with the time on the clock that he had to gamble there, I think it was better for him to... I think that was too conservative, to be honest. With the time on the clock, I think it was a better situation for him to go for it than have this situation where it's an AWP.
His team have kind of done like a weird sort of like half-buy. They have some Kevlars, some pistols as well, so they can actually make a pretty cool play with the AWP. However, WorldEdit in a nice position there, but Devil coming in under the bottom of the smoke, and that's just enough once again for him to best WorldEdit on the middle. Simple peeking Palace. Twanu still left alive with the AWP. He's such an important factor for the team of LDLC. He's stuck on the site at the moment. Does get taken down from WorldEdit on the side. Sorry, from Markelov on the side. So things are looking a little bit grim here now for LDLC.White. Devil on the flank, but he's the only member remaining. And really, he just needs to make this expensive for Flipside. He could actually save as well and just try to get exits. That's also a completely fine play. It's probably a better play than anything else that he could really do. But the thing with Flipside is that they keep making these rounds really expensive. And there was that one round where we saw the double ults from LDLC.White as a response to the picking style of Flipside. They beat them. They had a flawless round. Then Flipside come at them with like a set play, like the perfect kind of way to counter two AWPers. You know, really fast set play with all the smokes and nades. And they killed, I think, everyone apart from like one player. And then Simple kills so many on the entry into that B play that then LDLC have no money left. So Flipside find ways to deal economic damage, and that's what's keeping them in this game, just their ability to do so much damage, even on the rounds that they lose.
Even if LDLC.White had won that round with the AWP and the kind of mini force, I still would have think that the guy should have pushed in the previous round. But time to let go down, as we are 2 rounds ahead. Flipside closing the gap to 2. 1 AWP on the CT side, 2 on the T side. Let's see who can get the openings first. Again, LDLC lacking in the smokes at least. Had a few come out here and there, like that one on a slope, but there's right now a minute 15 on the clock, so Flipside are going to have a lot of time, and LDLC.White are going to have no nades very soon indeed. No smoke, sorry. Looking at the positioning, Flipside have already got very strong control indeed of the mid area. So again, looks like we could have a 2-pronged assault, but there's a flank in Palace. It's not going to work out though. matHEND getting taken out by bondik. So we've got trades across the map. But is a push going to come in from Flipside towards A?
That was so awesome there from Del. He got a teammate to pop flash him in for the pick onto slope. And you can see how devastating that is, because now Flipside, it's really hard for them to actually properly get into A without a presence on slope. They've since put a man in Palace, but yeah, they've got a pixel. Got a pixel. Well, Fuks peek here with that that weapon of his. There's actually 2 players there. I think is it 20 there as well. Not sure who it is, but there is the shot. Great response from Simple, but 20 was indeed lurking still with the AWP and takes down Simple. So 3 on 3, 20 seconds left. The bomb needs to go down now.
Look how spread out they are. They've got 1 player in T spawn, and this means they've got no option but to push the A site, and they are going to be in a crossfire, because we've still got a player for LDLC.White in shadow.
Devil.
So Markelov might kill the rotation, but as long as these 2 players don't die in the next 5 seconds, then the CTs are going to take the round.
They're going to be really careful not to die after time right now. bodyy should just go for the frags if he can. He can do so much damage. There's one. Can get the second one maybe, but no. But still, the damage with that is quite significant.
Damage for both though. Look at the money on the CTs again. They are losing so many players, even in the rounds where they prove victorious. Twanu starting with 3,400 before he's even bought armor.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting right now. 8-5 the score. And if you look at the current meta game in the elite level teams, with the elite level teams, many more T rounds should be expected than what Flipside have right now. So far, so good here for LDLC. Devil locking down Connector with a very fast pace from Flipside, trying to get into Connector straight away, but it's a little bit staggered. In comes Markelov with a deke. Great shot onto Devil, but Twanu is there. He's going to smoke it off, but he's got a mag here. I think he should be able to pick up an M4, but actually, yeah, I think there is an M4 there somewhere. That's Devil had.
Look at Markelov. Was he trying to nade the players, or was he trying to nade himself a gun? Because he's picked up an AK, which came out after throwing the nade into Connector.
It must have been for the guns.
Smartly done. Smartly done. But Flipside still needs to convert the round. Still time on the clock for them to do it. Once again, LDLC.White all out of smokes. Just got flashbangs, but we've seen how they use them on A slope. So Simple has fallen. That's the AWP down for now. Late's going to pick it up, but look, his gun gave him away, but he got saved by bondik there just in time. So 2 versus 3 now. 20 only on 8 HP. That's pretty much going to be the round for LDLC.White. So 9-5. This is a good CT half for them so far.
Flipside picked this map, by the way, and this is a really good CT half because Flipside have actually put them in a lot of awkward positions. We have seen that their economy has been really fragile in many rounds, but LDLC.White have played. It always feels like they have a plan. It always feels like they're like, okay, guys, this is the situation. This is the best way to play this. And they always seem to bring confidence into the rounds. So Flipside now with a force up here for the last round of the first half, and are looking at the A execute. They've had, of course, previous success with that. And at this point in time, there's only really one man who's there, but it is more retake positions here for LDLC.White. So the bomb should go down here for Flipside. It should really go down. But the counter grenades are going in. That's a good incendiary there. And body's up on just the tall booth right there, just spotting in, able to take a quick frag onto water. They're getting slowed down actually before the bomb can get planted. This could be dangerous here for Flipside.
LDLC.White have more Molotovs as well. Now the bomb is down, and it's in the front garden of the LDLC.White house. Only Simple remains, and that's going to be that. So despite losing so many players in many of the rounds they won, LDLC.White managed to hold on and take a nice 10-5 score.
Yeah, I mean, that last rush could have gone a lot better had they obviously had a more shallow smoke, just a slightly more shallow smoke on CT, because it went a little bit too deep, and we could just see that body just got free, could just jump on the box and have full vision of those players moving up. And they were kind of funneled as well, because they had to move in between the incendiary that was down there, because they knew they had to go. Yeah. The incendiary was kind of blocking them, so he got really easy shots with a quick triple. So into the pistol round, this is where salvation could reside for Flipside if they're able to have a good pistol here. But it's the A retake strat, and LDLC.White, they're looking for that A push.
Yeah, the A retake strat seems to be the most common one for the CTs on Mirage. So far, so good. bondik taking down Devil, but LDLC should get the plant here. They've got the opportunity to plant it for sure, but with 3 people in the CT area, they will plant as per usual, but a bit deeper onto the site. So got a retake mostly from the connected jungle area. Got a battle for CT at the moment. It's going to continue with Markelov coming in as well for support. Body on 8 HP, 3 versus 3 now as they try to retake. 2 versus 2, people falling for both sides pretty fast. Blade, 2 HP. He's got to find 2 headshots here. He won't even make it through the smoke. Flipside have lost the pistol round, and LDLC have a very good chance indeed to steal the first game. If you remember what they did, I think it was on Cobblestone, when they got to the CT side and they just rushed on the first buy round. The CTs had no opportunity to find out how to defend against like a default or anything like that. And then after they lost that round, it was too late to get back into the game. Are we going to see the same thing here?
Yeah, it's going to be rough. That is for sure. And LDLC.White, they're just approaching it just safe and smart. You know, not really rushing any angles, just sticking together. And they did actually send 2 players towards it, T-slope at the start, probably to just catch any aggressive players from Flipside if they were to rush T-slope. It's fairly common on rounds like this. But LDLC.White now, after these rush timings, spread back out into middle. There's the first catch from Twanu, taking down Simple. So far, so good.
It looks like Flipside are gambling on LDLC.White, A, taking mid-control, B, heading towards Connector, as Flipside did when they were on the T side, as they've put 3 people over towards A straight away, and they're just sitting and waiting. You can see there's a presence in Palace, I think that's Devil in there, and bondik, as per usual, I've shown you how he does those smokes. That is a safe smoke into the Palace position, which will stave off the offense from there. And indeed, they do come through connected towards the A-bomb site, but they're finding the frags as well.
Looking good there for bodyy at the top, but does get taken down by Blade. Only 2 players left now for LDLC.White. Markelov, he gets caught though, and the round will be won by LDLC.White, so they hang on to that one. But decent damage done by Flipside, to be honest. I think they got 3 players there. Yeah, 3 players they killed, so that's pretty respectable. Good damage done, but no buy for them here. Full save. And it's important that LDLC.White survive with every player now to kind of make up on the damage that was done by Flipside on the previous round and nurture that healthy economy.
What team was it that did that stress on Cobblestone yesterday?
Which one?
Because where they just rushed. Was it? I think it was Cobblestone, right? When they just rushed on the CC spy round.
It was Flipside, I think, on Cobble. I think because they rushed, they like to rush B quite a lot. It was maybe, was it Rock?
I think it was Rock.
Could it even Rock actually?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Rock because it was a surprise. Yeah, it was Rock. Well, we'll see if LDLC do the same if they manage to get through this round. So far, so good. 4 versus 3. bondik picks up an AK. Can he get any damage done with it? Up against 2, and he will fall. So, almost a clean round from LDLC.White, surviving with 4 players. Now we get into the interesting part. Flipside cannot afford to lose any more rounds. LDLC.White need to break Flipside. Now, sometimes in this position, as we saw yesterday from Rock, people go for just super fast aggression, just shut them down, don't give Blade an opportunity to make any calls. Because the action's moving too fast, we'll see what their strat is, and it's not going to be a fast one. You can see quite passive so far. bodyy just trying to get the information. He's expecting AWPs, he's trying to bait for them, but there are no AWPs. We've got 4 silence M4s and 1 M4A4. But look at this control straight away in short.
Yeah, nice position there, Simple. He's going to actually go aggressive. He's got his teammates playing with him. And that's the perfect time to push, so really well read by Simple. The distraction was there for him to get some easy kills. And they've wiped out all of LDLC. All of them. They're all gone. All of them, apart from Devil. Now, his objective in this position, with 1 minute left, is surely to get some damage done here. Because I don't think there's much value in saving it. There's much more value, I think, in trying to get 2 or 3 kills. It's very possible. He's able to get a fast one. There it is. Gets a quick kill with the AK. Ooh, not going to be able to tap down the head as Simple. But it was a nice effort. And so minimal losses there for Flipside. However, their economy is still in quite a delicate place. So LDLC.White can do a lot of damage with this round if they choose to actually go for the buy. They have bought a few nades with a Tech 9 and some PD50s. So they've got the AK to work with as well, so maybe they can pull off a nice little round here.
I like how they are very keen to balance the money across the team. bodyy, extra bit of cash. So he's just going to... He's a bit behind his teammates now, but not too far away. So we'll see if he can get the opening again. Just like Simple did on the B-bomb site while they were T. If he can get the right kills here, although it's going to be more difficult on A, then maybe they can get a bomb plant. Who knows?
Good nade and good follow-up aggression, going to prevent the AK being picked up. So they've dealt with this well, Flipside. And we are going to see a pause coming in. matHEND just calling for that one, as it looks like maybe Devil timed out. But that's a bit of a shame, but at least it was on a lesser important round for them than a big buy or something like that. But yeah, LDLC 3 rounds away from just winning this one. And Flipside are now in a position where they can get some momentum going. That's like 2 clean rounds, basically. 2 almost completely clean rounds, and you can see their economy is beginning to boom.
Okay, so 13-7, 6th round lead here for LDLC.White. Game might be paused for a little while here as this issue is resolved. Now, yesterday LDLC were about 16% versus their opponents, and they took that one. That was a best of 3 though. This time it's still 16%, but it's a best of 5, and you have to favor Flipside over a longer set, yeah, basically, because the team that is at least on paper stronger should prevail with more games involved. Yeah,
I mean that's what you would expect, but this is Flipside's pick. We're going to go into Cobblestone, which is the choice of LDLC.White, and they had a really good Cobblestone yesterday. They very well could go 2 up here very quickly. And if I just check my paper with my maps on it, we're going to Inferno after that, which is Flipside's choice. So LDLC.White, they are also. I watched them on Inferno yesterday. I feel like they've got a pretty good Inferno again. They're pretty solid. Their CTs was really nice. Their T side is maybe the only thing that could really cause issues for them. But we've seen that they've got some good individual skill to get some good you know, when we're looking for those entries and those pick battles towards banana and towards middle, they're going to look good there. And the best thing about LDLC.White is that they're a team that's they're able to change up their pace. They're a team that has pretty good understanding of the metagame and how teams will be setting themselves up and how to break certain setups and so on. So like they have all the tools. They have all the tools. Not the experience necessarily against these top like beating teams like Flipside, but they've got the tools, I think.
The last map is Train. I don't think we've seen a professional match in Train yet.
No.
So imagine that.
Before
I've been playing on it, trying to figure it out, but I ended up just rushing. I was tired, in fairness, but
yeah, it's an interesting one. And before that, we have Cash as well. So Cash, another map that LDLC.White are actually really good at. So and Flipside as well. This series, this best of 5 is shaping up to be really awesome.
I would love it if it went 5 maps because I want to see Train. I want to see the first professional match in Train. I want to see Carnage, Bedlam, and General Misdirection. But here comes the push here. LDLC looking to force the issue, but
oh dear,
nothing will be done. That is a complete wipeout. That's a modern tragedy, Dan. We're gonna have to get the president involved to come down and pay his respects because that was awful.
Yeah, that was a bit odd. I mean, of course, the player in Shadow there was highly problematic. I think it was Blade actually. Blade actually
did he smoke himself off?
No, I don't think so. I'm not sure though.
Because there was a massive gap in and I can't imagine that was thrown by a T and has a gap like that. And
the fact that he had the silencer as well, that actually causes that extra bit of delay that they will realize, like, where's he from? You know, that's actually very frustrating when you die. You want to give the info to your teammates, but you actually don't know. That's really hard.
I smoked myself off there on the pistol rounds. But I was playing against the wall hacker yesterday, so I just got digged through the wall. GG's.
Okay, so they have completely destroyed this rush. Good stuff there from Flipside. So yeah, they've gotten so many clean rounds now that the momentum is well and truly in their hands. And what's even worse for LDLC is that they just, when the hell are they going to be able to break Flipside's economy? They're going to need some strong results. And this is like kind of the edge that Flipside have over LDLC.White. Flipside are a better team when it comes to just always like going down and just doing loads of damage. When they're going to hit the floor, they're going down, but they're going to take some chunks out of you first. And that's something that LDLC.White need to adopt as well.
Yeah, we need to observe that Flipside are catching up very quickly indeed. And while LDLC.White started well at the beginning of this, by no means have they won the map. And they need to be aware of that themselves, because the way they got wiped out in the previous round was somewhat absurd. So there's one man down for both players. You can see LDLC just jumping over the smoke there, well, boosting over the smoke, sorry, but there will be nobody to find just yet. We do have WorldEdit in connector, but there's still no orb on the flip side.
They got a lurker in Palace. I believe that is Fuks sitting there with the AK. And they're looking to maybe get matHEND in connector with that AWP. That's going to be pretty hard. He's got no support. And Markelov is going to kill Devil, who was lurking towards B right now. So they, again, are systematically cleaning out LDLC.White.
They're just walking out one by one, though.
Yeah,
I don't understand. They're walking out one by one. They don't seem to be executing here. They're just playing for picks, trying to open up a site, maybe trying to force a rotation to make it easier for them to take the other side. But they're all just walking in one by one. The last 3 players, I think, have all died just on their own. And bodyy is now going to die on his own as well.
Yeah, it's a familiar trend. At this point, LDLC need to get themselves some more team play on their T side on some of these takes for map control, and that's like a big deal. I mean, sometimes you'll see teams take mid with 4 players. They'll take mid with 4 players. They'll dig in 1 into connector, then rotate 2 or 3 back towards like T slope and Palace, then go for the A execute. Some teams do actually put that much in the way of resources towards that, but there's a smoke again on middle, so that might indicate the flip side that there could be some presence from LDLC there shortly. But again, they are fairly spread out at the moment. Here comes the challenges. It's looking pretty strong again for Flipside.
Yeah, I'm getting a bit worried here for LDLC.White, because Flipside, after they left CT spawn, they had probably on average 11k per person.
Yeah.
So they're pretty much not ecoing anytime soon, unless they decide to force up double orbs. And LDLC.White needs to. We need to see some coordination here now. Yeah. Otherwise they're going to lose. They're just going to lose the match.
Yep. And I mean, with having the first hints of desperation from them there, where maybe now they don't know what they're doing, and they looked pretty collected previously, but we're going to see... Oh, they're going to go for a fast no-nade timing into the A bomb site. Now, can this work out? What are they already there in position, going to be able to take down one, but there are going to be problems here. We have a fast rotation from Flipside. They've put it to a 3-on-3 very quickly. Fanny's got to come out huge. There's one, picks up the second in matHEND. So now they've got the advantage, and this fast no-nade play has delivered for them.
Oh, how has he not got the shot off first? He's given Markelov an opportunity. He's got a nade to finish him off as well. He is going to go down. 2 versus 1. They know where he is. He has a Molotov and a flash. How much can he do with it, though? He's going to push through the end of that molly, get himself in a good position. Is there a smoke grenade on the floor? I think it is. Indeed, he's picked it up. So now he can put himself in a 1v1 situation. But he has to decide well so he doesn't get sprayed down. He's going to go for the defuse. No. He's going to be found out. And now, so it turns out to be shock and awe, which is the solution once again. We mentioned it, we saw it on Cobblestone. And after a number of failures in a row, that's what's going to get them 1 round closer. But again, Flipside, so much money. They left it so late to win that round. Flipside have far too much cash at the moment. Yeah,
they're only just now even... Well, still some of them on 9k, that's ridiculous. But yeah, LDLC, they had a great timing towards the A-bomb site. They got in there before Flipside could really get some good positions going and really get the pre-nades going. So they beat out those timings. And the thing is that that basic play can work out well, but they need to find consistency in their default rounds. And there's going to be a couple... Oh, wow.
Wow.
That was brutal. Nice. Oh, body going. Huge double there found by him on middle. Now they have loads to work with. bondik going to be able to shut down Fuks. The bomb is towards short at the moment. And they've got 3 players in mid, so they can still split either way. That's the only real advantage that they have over Flipside. Flipside have no idea which way the bomb is really going.
Yeah, you can see Blade. He's like, he heard the gunfire from his teammate. Doesn't need help. He wants to go to mid to get some information. Look at the timing there. He was coming out to pop to throw the flash in, to have a quick peek, see what's going on, but was denied by the smoke. Now the bomb is on the site. He's going to try and rotate. He's going to fall down. He's got 1 player on the site himself. That's Markelov, but not going to have the right angle. Too many players. Devil shoots him in the back. bondik versus France, basically down. And he is not going to go far from the A site. The hunt is already on. You can see Devil walking through CT spawn. He may hear bondik if bondik starts to run as well. Although bondik, I think he's playing against because because basically they were spreading across the site searching for him. He was trying to get behind enemy lines. So if he manages to dodge 1 player, then he's pretty much going to save his gun. Managed to kill 1 person at least, but now they're up against match point. This is what LDLC needed, and this is what they have finally found.
It's so funny how much money that Flipside have that they still got a complete full buy with all the incendiaries and everything, like 3 times in a row. It's nuts. So yeah, we're going to have that match point situation. LDLC have been finding success in the picking game in the previous round, and the round before that they found success in a fast rush timing with no nades. And well, these pick battles previously were going the way of Flipside fairly consistently. That's how they got back into the game. Now they've got to be careful not to give away too much, but I like that they put 4 players in mid. This could just be what the doctor ordered, to try to make sure they guarantee those trades. They guarantee themselves some map control on short and connector, but they have to build into it, and well done, it will take down 20. Where was the trade? Where was the flash? Well done, it coming back in on matHEND as well, and now LDLC are scrambling.
LDLC making mistakes here. You have to know that Flipside play double AWPs, 1 mid, 1 short on this map. They finally take him down, but why didn't they smoke connector in the first place? They're at 1-man disadvantage. They've got good positioning though here on A. And again, bondik in an important position. He could get 2 frags here. He's going to get the information that the bomb is there, but they're going to lose all the picks. And it's going to be Markelov versus 3. Once again, he finds himself in a 1 versus 2. Got a molly once again. But maybe a bit more difficult now. He'll see that that flash came in, but he will be full flash. So who knows where these 2 terrors are now.
Oh, this is interesting, the way that they're playing the defense here, Fuks and Devil. Look at this. Devil's ready to flash over for Fuks, and Fuks is going to be alone. So if the flash misses and Markelov just straight up kills him, could get a little bit awkward.
He's running out of time really fast. It's pretty much over already. He doesn't have time to defuse, and he won't need to, as he has been executed by Fuks. So 1-0 to LDLC. Again, I was getting a bit scared there that they might not make it.
Yeah.
But they finally found that important round, shock and awe, and then took themselves over the edge.
They looked a little bit shaky, that's true, on their T side. A little bit shaky. Some of the default rounds weren't quite coming together. I felt like they were relying a lot on the picks. I think some of the really, really top teams are very good on the picks, and they have a strong picking game, but it's kind of, it's not all about the picks. It's about, okay, we're going to work into the map control and take picks as we're going along to kind of build into a round as we're going along. We are getting the picks. But it felt like, again, we saw them just going down here one by one by one. There's no trays, no flashing. The team play was a little bit all over the place. Very, very big contrast to their CT side, which looked fantastic. And that's really how they won this game. I actually think if they started off on the T side, that we would have seen a flip side victory here.
Yeah, I think that's very possible. Again, just the way at the end there's a player just, I mean, Flipside have such dangerous output just with sniper rifles. You must know where they play on Mirage. So if you're just, you know, if WorldEdit's not peeking you in CPL, then he's going to be in connector. That's almost a given. So if you're just like crab walking to peek him, he's going to kill you.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Put a smoke in there. That's the general idea. You want to remove the strong points of your opposition's play.
All right.
So
well,
there we go. Before Dan,
it's time for cobblers.
it's time for cobblers. Love me some cobblers. But again, guys, make sure you follow the channel. We are doing mad giveaway bonanzas once we hit 500k, of which we are like 10k away or something like that. So make sure you hit the channel. Hit the follow button. We will be giving away a Bayonet Rust Coast. That will be open to everybody in the chat. We will also be doing an M4A4 Howl and a factory new butterfly knife slaughter. All these lovely goodies to be won here at FACEIT TV. As soon as we hit 500k, it's just going to go all in.
All right, well, we will see you guys after the break. We'll be back here for the DreamHack Tours close qualifier with map number 2. It's going to be Cobble.